These here are the Enviroboard cutting boards 3-piece set. We've got this nice bright orange with the poultry icon. Green with a cute little picture of a carrot. And the blue one that is labeled for fish. So I like these cutting boards for several reasons. First of all, the surface here is smooth, but not so slick that like things are gonna roll right off of it. And the underside, I don't know how well that comes out on the video, but it's got rows and rows of tiny little dots that kind of help as grippers. And I find if I'm cutting on these and I'm pushing down with my other hand or with a knife, those bumps really help so that it doesn't slip and slide around on my counter, which is a big plus. It's also got it's a fairly shallow little rivet along the edges, but if you just have a small amount of liquid that you know, leaks out of whatever's being cut, that does catch it before it can get all over the counters or even worse, spill onto the floors. What really makes these unlike any other cutting board I've had, though, is not just that they're flexible, because I've had plenty of plastic flexible cutting boards, but the way that they're flexible. In this little tab, you see there's on the back of it, there's 2 little slots. So in fact, when this is, let's see if I can get this on the video correctly, when this is folded around, then take this tab, and those 2 little slots actually lock in place on these 2 grooves so that this stays on its own, folded up, which is pretty cool for a couple of reasons. I think the main purpose of this is so that it can fit in the microwave to be sterilized, but I also like it because this means if I need to pour the stuff I've chopped up into like a pot or a pan or a mixing bowl, with one hand I can just do that and it stays folded up, which is pretty cool. But the other thing, like I said, for microwaving, these actually, I think it's great if you, because one of the biggest concerns with our cutting boards is always cross-contamination, and you know, how do we know that we've really cleaned it fully? So these, they do have some sort of a coating or in the plastic that's supposed to be antimicrobial, but in addition, if you put them in the microwave for a minute, they claim to be completely sterilized. Now obviously I can't really test for that, but they do seem to come out nice and clean and not overly heated up. And you can see here, if I just shift the camera up a little bit, just lock that in place. Come around this way. That when they're folded up like this, I can easily fit all 3 of them if I want. It's just a standard size microwave. Go for a minute. Couldn't be much easier. Stop that for now so that you don't have to hear the microwave lull over the video. But I've done this, you know, a number of times now, and after a minute, they are not at all you know, overly hot to the touch. They're easy to just pull out with your bare hand. The other feature on these that's pretty cool is that they are scratch, cut, and nick resistant. Other plastic cutting boards I've had in the past have just been awful with scratches. I was a little skeptical on this, but like, here's a very sharp paring knife. You can really, hard to do with one hand. Here we go. Do it over here on the orange one. Really cut into there, and there is not even the slightest mark where that was. I can run my fingernail over it. I can't feel a gap. I mean, I'm seriously impressed with how scratch and cut resistant these are. More so than any plastic or wooden board I've ever had. So yeah, nice sturdy product, the Enviroboard. I'm really pretty happy with them, and they, like I said, it's a nice thickness. The material seems very sturdy. I really think we're going to be using these for a long time. So once again, the Enviroboard set of 3.